to 10 Minutes of Grace, and what we're doing this time or today is I have this dress in mind and I don't even know how to convey it to you. I saw something and I was like, oh, that is so adorable. And so I found a pattern that I can use to make it. And so this is not the pattern. Here it is. Okay, so this is Vogue 9201, but I'm going to use this version of it. And what you see here is it has a pussy bow tie, which I love. It has long sleeves and it has, but it's pleated. Well, this is not pleated. This is just the sewn bodice to avoid the darts, but it's have huge box pleats here and you see the length of it. And so the way that I'm going to, I've already cut out. And so I'm actually using, because I didn't have enough of one, this takes 4 yards of fabric. And look at this beautiful fabric here, this mustard color. It is actually mustard tencel twill, yellow solid. And I got this from Mood. This is 2.5 yards. I'm not going to use all of this, but I got this from Mood. This says I ordered it May 2019, so almost 2 years ago. It has beautiful drape. I believe that it's going to be great for the spring. And then I also have, it's somewhat the same. I cut all, when I say all, I mean all of this out already. But you see here, this is also a tencel twill. And this is also for Mood. I had about 2 yards of it. So the entire top, I think, the entire top and the sleeves and the cuff are gonna be this khaki color. So it's gonna give a muted tone, but at the bottom, I'm gonna use the mustard to color block. And so what I did was, because you can cut the bottom into 2 pieces to make it short or to make it long, I'm going to just use 2 pieces in order. I wish I would have done 3, and I would have probably, if I had time or if I made time, made my own pattern to actually cut out huge blocks so that I can have 3 pieces, but I'm only gonna have 2. And so the mistake that I made though, the khaki is going to be on the bottom of the skirt and the mustard is gonna be on the top. So immediately after the khaki, it's going to be the mustard. And so with that, I'm interested to see how it all comes out, because I'm not a technical drawer, and so I can't visualize it all in my mind. I just know when I'm putting it together, I'll be like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have did that. And so rather than box pleats, I'm actually going to use gathering. And because I cut the bottom out, I really wanted it to be bigger than the middle piece or the first piece of the skirt so that it can have additional gathering. I forgot, and just a little bit of gathering, but I forgot. And so it's already cut out. So it's going to be one kind of clean line, but it'll be in terms of the seam at the bottom part of the skirt, but it will be color blocked. And so I'm trying to add an extra element of mustard instead of just being at the skirt. And I'm trying to see if I want to do the pockets. I don't know. I just feel like pockets with this would be great. I am so lazy and I don't want to do it. But anyway, so I'm trying, and I'm also going to just add full buttons all the way down instead of just at the top. And it also has a lip to cover the buttons. I don't want to cover the buttons. I'm gonna actually use some buttons that I had left over from a dress that I got manufactured for my 232 line. And so we're gonna see how this is going to turn out. I don't know. I have no idea, but we're going to see. And I'm hoping for a very lightweight feel because again, it's spring and it will be long sleeve, but we're still, you know, tossing between 70-degree weather, and I could feel like because of the lightweight of the fabric, I could still wear it outside. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm really excited about it, and I hope that it turns out the way that I want. And so I may come back to kind of go through or maybe take some pictures of a few things that I do differently. But I think everyone knows, instead of pleating, just gather. I mean, it's huge because of the box pleats that you're supposed to put in. But rather than that, I'm gonna gather so that it could be one big flowy skirt. And yeah, girl, that's it. We'll see. Here is our final look. Let me adjust this a little bit so you can see me better. But you see here, we got our little bow top braids here. But this is our final look of our dress. I am absolutely thrilled about it. Who doesn't love a pussy bow? The only thing is the fabric is a little bit heavy. So trying to keep it looking like a bow is difficult. I'm gonna try to adjust this a little bit later, but the dress was not, it was easy, but it wasn't easy in terms of, it was tedious. It wasn't easy, but it was tedious to make. And the reason why I say it wasn't easy is because I took a lot of shortcuts as per usual, but that's okay. You know, I'm wearing it. No one else is going to be wearing it. I'm not making it. That's why I don't make clothes for other people, is because I take shortcuts, right? So let's just talk about what I did. So just to remind you, right, here is the pattern dress right here. It does have the pussy bow right here. You see it have the huge box pleats. It's long. It's all one garment. It has the long sleeves. So I actually did start with the long sleeves. And when I put them on my arm, it just felt so constricted. And this is such a beautiful, lightweight fabric that I didn't want to keep it. And so I actually cut both sleeves out, and I'm doing better about trying things on as I go along the way to see how it's fitting, to see what changes I need to make. And I'm sorry, I tried to iron that down. But anyway, it was tight and it just didn't feel good. And so I said, I scrapped it. And I said, okay, if I have enough fabric, I'm gonna go a different direction. And I said, oh man, wouldn't it be cool to have, you know, this color on the bottom and this color on the top? So, I mean, the top fabric ironed like a dream, sewed like a dream. It was like no problem at all. I did not serge, which is like an ultimate no-no, but hey, I'm just gonna dry clean it anyway. And I really wanted the same effect here. But I'm kind of happy about how it turned out. I had 2 yards of this top fabric and 2.5 yards of this fabric. And when I say I used every ounce of this, I mean every ounce, every ounce of this fabric right here, I did. So I'm gonna back up and kind of go far away so that you could see the entire dress, if you will. And I'm gonna move the camera down just a little. Hopefully it doesn't. And of course it is. Okay, so you see, and so all I did was took a long sleeve, which I wanted like a puff type of sleeve here. And I also made buttons all the way down. The buttons, oh honey, I'm so glad you can see the tension here. I put my demi bra on and we made some things happen. But yeah, you can see the tension here because every time that I tried this on, it actually was not fitting. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to leave this open and wear an under top like I do on a lot of things because I'm so top heavy. And it's no secret that we've gained weight here. Okay, so anyway, but so there were buttons at the top, and these are buttons that I actually ordered from New York that I use on my actual dress for my company 232 Artipolic that I had manufactured. But so I decided to use, the buttons are heavy, they're nice, heavy, shiny weight, and I thought they would be perfect with this. And so what I did was I gathered here because I thought it would be cute to have a gathered bottom, instead of doing the box pleats. So that was a big change here. The sleeves was a big change here. Oh, shortcut. I didn't do this properly because it was actually supposed to stop right here. This was supposed to stop right there. And the bow would tie probably a lot nicer and neater had I did it the way it was supposed to be done. But I didn't. Okay, so the other little shortcut is this inside right here. I didn't sew that properly. And had I done it properly, I would have made one continuous line for the button measured out and all of those things. I didn't. I did the top and then I did the bottom. But this was closed and it was supposed to be a zipper on the side. I didn't want a zipper on the side. I wanted buttons all the way down. So I'm gonna back up because I hope that you can actually see this, and I'm kind of talking louder because I hope you can hear me. And you can see that there are no buttons on the bottom, and that was intentional. I didn't want any buttons on the bottom. And so I just carried the buttons all the way down, but I carried the placket all the way down so that there could be some continuity here. And I used, don't talk about my green dot. I know, I tried to get it out. It wouldn't come out. But anyway, so I carried the placket all the way down, and I really wanted a narrow hem here, but I just, I mean, I wanted a baby hem, but it's just a regular narrow hem. And like I said, I didn't do everything correctly. I didn't want to slip stitch these plackets in so that you have a nice clean finish and you wouldn't be able to see it on the inside. A lot of people care about the inside. I'm not one of those that really care, you know, a whole lot about the inside. And so the back, there was a gather in the back. I actually ungathered it some just because I didn't want the dress to be too tight in my back. I didn't want it to be too tight. Sorry about this. I didn't want it to be too tight in my back. So I actually left the gathering out of the back part. But, and I didn't do the yoke. I didn't double back the yoke because I just, again, I didn't care. I was just like, it's the inside. I don't care, whatever. But you can see the color blocking also that I did. So there was a place in the pattern that allowed you to make it short or long. So I just used those lines. I actually wanted 3 color blocks, but I'm perfectly happy with the way it turned out to have just the 1 color block here. So I'm gonna turn the camera just so that you could get the full picture. All right, so I'm gonna step back here and hopefully you can see the entire dress. It's so flowy, it's so springy, and I absolutely just love it, right? So if you do sew, or even if you're a beginning sewer and you have a chance to make this, I definitely say so to go ahead and do it. You know, we're entering the spring season and I was like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. The twill fabric is almost like a silk twill, but it's not silk twill. It's just, it's the top is shinier and lighter than the bottom, but yet and still, I perfectly love this dress, and I actually can't wait to take it to the cleaners and hopefully lose a little weight in here. Sorry to be a little graphic. I mean, be grabbing myself and things, but hopefully to lose a little weight in here, then it'll lay flatter. And even I can envision a little nice little gold skinny belt to go here and some sandals. And I can see myself, it's not tight here at all. I would have wanted it to come up a little bit more just so that it lays nicer, but it's not tight at all. It feels really good. It's light enough to wear all the way through the summer. And so I was really, really happy about that. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about this dress. I feel like it's gonna be something that I'm gonna love. I hadn't done buttons in a really long time. And so I had to pull out the manual on it. Like, wait a minute, how does my machine do buttons again? Right? So I had to pull out the manual again, and I'm so excited. And so I just want to say, as we enter into, you know, I was listening to this song this morning. It has become one of my favorites, being a little more like Jesus and a little less like me. And as we enter into this resurrection season, I just pray that your hands and your feet will be used for that of Jesus Christ. And if you don't believe, hey, inbox me. I'll be happy to have a conversation. I don't argue, right? Your beliefs are your beliefs, mine are mine. But if you're open, right, to learning more about my faith and the Christian faith in Jesus Christ, let me know. I'll be happy to do that. For everyone else, and everyone actually, be blessed, and I hope that you have a blessed day.